G'day guys, what's cracking? It's Ralph here. Today we are going to do an overheating and battery length test on the GoPro 10. So this comes in wake and in light of a previous video I just did, which you can catch at the end, or there's a little tag up here, which does a review on the camera. There's a couple of issues that come out of it, and so I wanted to spend a bit more time delving into how long the camera can shoot on 5.3K at 60 frames a second before it catches on fire, blows up, or sets fire to my house. And then we're going to do that test base with all the features on, and that test base with all the features off. We're going to let the camera cool down in between, which takes about an hour. Camera takes an hour to cool down before you can use it or charge it. Then it takes 2 hours to charge. It's currently about 18 degrees. It's lovely and fresh and delightful here on the Gold Coast. And we're going to put a timer here. We're going to put the camera here. We're going to let it go at it, and I'm going to do that test on 5.3K, and then I'm going to do the test on 4K at 24 frames a second, because that's the general use of the camera for vlogging and for doing various bits of video. So we're going to put it to its extreme, and then we're going to sit it in its sweet spot right in the middle. And the reason I'm not doing all the other resolutions is because I can't be stuffed waiting for like 6 total days for the thing to recharge. 2 hours to recharge. Alright, having laid all the ground rules, let me tell you how the first test is going to go. The functions we're going to turn on and turn off are GPS, voice control, hindsight, front screen, LEDs, and the sound on. Now the front screen and the screens turn off about a minute into recording, but these are the general settings. What we're doing is ramping the camera up for its maximum functional usage, and then we're going to take all those things away and see if it makes a difference with the heating and with the battery life. So you will see it all in fast mode. You don't have to wait around for the hours thing. I'm just going to speed it up for you, and then we'll chat about it. Here you go. So that was 23.5 minutes at 5.3K at 60 frames a second, starting stone cold. Just turn the camera on, see how we go. As you can see, it's used up most of the battery. It took it from 97% down to 6%. And you don't lose your footage. So when your camera packs it in, because it's too hot and overheating, you don't lose your footage. So a very interesting situation has unfolded as I've been doing this. I used the GoPro, went down to 6%. I then went inside, cooled it down for an hour because it wouldn't charge and it wouldn't turn on. When it finally could turn on, it's at 6%. So I turned it off and I plugged it in, the little red light came on, and then an hour later I checked it and it's still at 6% with the red LED on. So I turned the camera on as I'm looking at it, it says 6%, and so I plugged it in and charging. It says it's charging and it's remained at 6%. Does that mean the camera's cooked? We'll keep going, but this is starting to tick me off. Okay, well this is starting to be idiotic. 10 minutes ago, as you would have known, I was frustrated because there was 6% left. So I went in and I charged it some more, and then I unplugged it completely and I turned it on and it said 96%. So you be the judge. Let's push on to the next test now and shoot at 5.3K at 60 frames a second with all the other extra bells and whistles turned off, just the camera, and it's bare bones. We're not even putting hyper smooth on. We had hyper smooth on the last one, not that we needed it, but I wanted to push it. So no pushing it anymore. We're just gonna let it cruise on and see if it makes a difference. Wow, were you as surprised as I was? Let me just summarize. First test was done when it was 18 degrees. This test was done when it was 22 to 24 degrees. We're in the shade. It's fairly cool, but it's not cold. And I just shot it on 5.3K at 60 frames a second with none of the extra features on that you can turn off and still use the camera with, and it shot for the entire length of the battery, which comes in at just under 1 hour. So if you use the bare minimum on the camera, you can shoot at full resolution and full frame rate for the full length of the battery. And the question then goes to, well, can you just plug it in to a power source, keep going? Well, I haven't got time today to do that, but I thought this would be encouraging for you, because there's a heap of conjecture out there at the moment about the overheating capacity of this camera and its issues. And there you go, you've just seen some great ways to maneuver around it, and hopefully it's helpful for you. Hopefully it's informed you a little bit more. If you'd like to subscribe, I would love that. Give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, it's focused on my beard. Epic. Get on my eyes. Get on my eyes. There is a plane overhead. Just wait for that to go. Might take a while.